Hello, I'm Jodi Ginsberg of Ginsberg Law Offices. Today I want to speak with you about the posted panel of physicians that you're supposed to be shown when, in many cases, you are hired, but certainly when you sustain an injury on the job. That is, when you sustain an injury on the job and you report it to your supervisor, at the very least, they're supposed to give you a list of 6 doctors. There should be 6 separate doctors. Some of them can be industrial clinics. One of them needs to be an orthopedic doctor, at least. Okay, so one has to be an orthopedic doctor, and then there could be 5 other independent doctors or a clinic, whatnot. I find it extremely important, and I will tell you how important it is, that as soon as you are shown that panel, if you're shown that panel, and if you're not, that's a whole other discussion about being able to choose a proper doctor for you, because then we have a lot more leeway if there's no panel shown to you about being able to select a doctor for you. But if there's a panel shown to you, please, please, please either request a copy of that immediately and get it, take a picture of that panel so that you have a copy of it, or have your employer read it to you over the phone if you happen to be home that day. But it's very important that you can physically get a copy of that panel at some point in time. Have your employer fax it to you, scan it and email it to you, something to that effect. There are many situations where employers are contending that they have valid panels later on in the case, when in fact they never showed you a valid panel. The panel was not proper, it had improper doctors on it, or the doctors were no longer in practice, and they are contending that they are able to control the medical. Sometimes that's not the situation, and therefore it puts you in a very difficult and awkward position to have to agree to a doctor when you never should have to agree to one. Who controls the medical in your workers' compensation claim is of utmost importance. And if there is a way that we can figure out that a panel is invalid, we're going to try to do that to help you so that we can get good doctors, quality doctors on your case to help you. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't quality doctors on certain panels, but I want you to understand that many times the doctors on those panels are not always there to give you the best care, and in fact are there to try to push you back to work, perhaps sometimes sooner than you ought to be pushed back to work. Give me a call and we can chat about it further at 770-351-0801. Thank you.